My grandfather was Dr. Jose Lasso from Ecuador. He was extremely important to me and to my family and to society as a whole. The day he died was an extremely defining moment in my life, November 12th, 2006. He was in Quito, Ecuador, at his medical practice, and he was suffering sudden chest pains very early in the morning. He was rushed to the hospital from there. Meanwhile, my father and I caught the earliest available flight to Ecuador and rushed to the ER to be able to find him. As I walked through the halls of the ER, I felt like everything was in slow motion and went through the flashbacks of every single memory that was filled with my grandfather's presence. I will never forget the moments that I walked forward and tried to remind myself to remain positive. The end result was that we got to say our final words and our final goodbyes, and I realized how short life truly was. It was the first death I had ever experienced in my life, and it was truly a bookmark for me. My grandfather was declared dead on November 12, 2006 at 7:34 p.m. at the age of 83 years old. He had suffered a massive unexpected heart attack. It left us all absolutely aghast and bewildered. His death was a defining time in my life. The day my grandfather died was the moment my life changed forever. I lost a piece of my heart and a role model. I am eternally thankful to have gotten the chance to have such an incredible figure and hero to have been presented to me in my lifetime. The day he passed was the day I knew I was not only living for myself, but for two. His legacy is something that I will live and strive to live up to forever. Who he was also so significant. He brought about so much change and so much joy to the world, and especially to Ecuador. He was a man of many faces, and he was so well-rounded. Here are some demonstrations that prove that. My grandfather was a family man. He spent as much time as he could with all of his grandchildren and with his children. He did weekly lunches, weekly dinners, weekend dates, huge gatherings, as much as he could for us to preserve our innocence and to believe in youth. My doctor was very serious about his professions. He was extremely dedicated to medicine and to curing and helping the natives of Ecuador find a solution to all of their illnesses. He traveled all around the world looking for formulas and medications to assist them. The legacy he left behind was absolutely incredible. I am extremely blessed to have gotten to experience and stand alongside such a successful human being. My grandfather was named amongst the country of Ecuador's top 50 most historic figures of all time and had a biography written about him. He was also presented an award by the then Pope John Paul II in reference to his efforts to cure many of the sick and poor natives in Ecuador by creating a medication to cure an illness that was spreading. He left us with an infinite number of French novelties, poems, generosity, and most of all, memories.
Just look me up, get back on the bus. I'll see you next week if you need my truck.